So, this week's Gun Truth of the Week is, according to the U.S. Department of Justice, women who do not resist during an attack are 2.5 times more likely to suffer a serious injury from the attacker. This is compared to women who resist with a gun. So that is 2.5 times more likely. Men who do not resist are only 1.4 times as likely. So what does this mean? Well, it means what we've been saying for years now. Get a gun, get trained, get a permit, and carry everywhere you possibly can. I thought it was particularly interesting. It was a particularly interesting contrast between women who are armed, women who are not armed, and then comparing that with men. Clearly, being armed benefits a woman far more. And I thought it was interesting. This reminded me of, I saw a video I wanted you guys to see and see what you thought of. It was a video that I found. This factoid reminded me of this video, and I thought this video articulated situational awareness really, really well. So play that video.
There's a study actually done. New York City, they put up cameras years ago and they started recording people walking in New York City. Then they took the footage and they played it to convicted felons in prison. And they said to them, who would you pick as prey? They all picked the same people to prey on. All the same people, just by walk. There were 3 types of walk they found out. One walk was, I'm walking, I'm sloppy, I'm not paying attention, I'm just like in my own space. I have really no deliberate purpose in the way I'm moving my body. Target, easy prey. Other easy prey, my walk is small, I'm more timid, I'm kind of like not comfortable, I'm like paying attention. Easy prey. Those 2, bar none, were picked. You know who they didn't pick? The walk wasn't too sloppy big, it wasn't too small, it was right in the middle, and it's deliberate. I'm in control of my body. I'm looking around, I'm present, I own my space. That person I want nothing to do with. Those group of people were not picked to be targets.
I thought that was really interesting. There's a woman I'm very close with and have been for decades. She, years ago, in really, quick, in just over the course of just a couple of years of her life, was almost attacked by 3 different guys. And I'm sitting there going, well, the first time is bad. The second time, wow, what a coincidence. The third time, though, there has to be something to this. Why is she in particularly getting targeted? And it was they were weird. There was one where she was at a Walmart. She came out to her car, and a guy said, "Hey, there's something wrong with your car," and was trying to convince her that there was something wrong with her car, and was trying to convince her to duck down and look under. And she was like, wait, something weird's going on here. And she was just like, thank you, beat it. And the guy got really aggressive with her. She ended up taking her car to the shop, and the shop's like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with your car. It's like this weird situation. There was another one where she got followed by somebody, and she was smart. She went on U.S. government property where she knew that they really enforced the speed limit, and she went like 10 miles over the speed limit on purpose to get pulled over. Mm-hmm. Sure enough, got pulled over, told the cop. They found the guy, and he had a rap sheet. And wow. Like 3 stories over the course of just a few years. I'm going, what is going on? So there's clearly something to this. But I thought that this video, like I said, you say situational awareness, but I thought this video articulated in a very real way what situational awareness really means.
And actions that you can take to be less likely to become a victim. There was a study done in the 80s that showed that victims of violent crime do tend to display certain walking habits. So if you're really interested, you want to be a nerd about this, you can go read all of the things they found about how you should walk to avoid victimization. But Ted Bundy, a long time ago, made a comment about the fact that he could tell a good victim by the way she walked down the street, the tilt of her head. I don't know if you guys have heard that quote, but they actually did research since then that found that that's very accurate for psychopaths. There's 2 types of psychopathy that the study looked at. And the first one is factor 1 psychopathy. So that's like if you are really aware of what's going on around you, you're paying attention, you're actively kind of looking for victims. Mm-hmm. And those folks in general are totally lacking empathy, totally lacking remorse. There's a different kind of psychopath where they're just maybe antisocial, impulsive, things like that. And those psychopaths weren't able to as accurately determine victims. But all of the psychopaths that ranked really high on that factor one psychopathy had very, very similar comments when they watched these videos. You know, the tilt of the head, the gait, the attractiveness, the clothing, like they all made very similar observations when they selected their victims, which I thought was really.
Did it change after reading all that? Did it change the way you walk at all? Did you notice yourself going, I need to tilt my head a different way or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's more, for me, it was more about just being intentional in my walk. I think my actual natural gait is fine how it is. But sometimes if I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing, or if I'm, maybe on my phone while I'm walking a little slower, not focusing on where I'm going, I think I just have that little voice in the back of my head that's like, maybe I should stop doing this and have a normal walk and walk with purpose and, from point A to point B kind of thing.
That's interesting. You see it all over the place. Back when I was in banking a million years ago, one of the things they talked about a lot is if somebody is in your lobby and they were, displaying any kind of suspicious behavior or whatever, to engage, to kind of, not aggressively get in their face, but like, hey, can I help you? What's going on right now? Is there something? And because they don't want, they want easy prey.
Yeah. Someone with bad intentions is going to generally make what are called furtive gestures. They're going to either be looking around, looking to see who's going to be a witness to what I'm getting ready to do. Sometimes they're working up the courage to kind of do what they want to do, but there'll be certain behavioral characteristics you can look for that indicate, hey, this guy's up to no good, and I need to be watching out for this guy.
That's interesting.
Yeah, there's some good research out there on pre-assault indicators or pre-assault cues. I think there's some YouTube videos if people want to kind of dig into that, but it's really fascinating.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, cool. All right. Well, that is your gun truth of the week. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm Michael from Gun Owners Radio. If you liked what you saw, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and make a comment. Help us out. Go to gunownersradio.com. Thanks for watching.